So I am in day 2 of an all water fast. And I've learned some really interesting things about not just the fasting, but more spiritually, what it has made me realize about our minds and how the um, the choice, knowing that you have a choice, is liberating and gives you that freedom. And when we don't have a choice is when we feel really suffocated and trapped. So just a little background, the reason why I decided to do the fast was because about 5 or 6 weeks ago, I had made a vow to myself that I would get comfortable being uncomfortable. And I was going to really, during this shelter in place time where there's a lot of abnormality happening and, not the norm, I was going to do my best to be curious and embrace discomfort. So I've been observing myself and certain patterns and, where I feel like I may go off the rails a little bit with feeling my best. And I just over the last week really noticed and observed how when I have my kids with me, which is 50% of the time right now, I am feeling like I just need to snack and eat unconsciously, like not with purpose. And so I decided, okay, let's try something completely different that you've never done before. And so I decided to do a fast. And I know there are tons of health benefits that I've read about. And I know a lot of cultures do this, or religions do this multiple times a year as part of a spiritual practice. And so I thought it would be really interesting to observe how I respond to this physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And like I said, I'm in day 2, so I'm fully in it right now. I then decided to take it to another level this evening and take a really hot bath. And I wanted to, again, bring that level of discomfort to another level and try to do a meditation. So I was in the bath and my eyes were shut and I'm feeling the really hot water and I don't want to move because every time I move, it's even hotter on me. And as I'm breathing, I'm feeling the beads of sweat starting to form on my face and that slow drip down and the itchiness and the tickling. And I just want to start scratching it. And the first time I do scratch it away and wipe it away. And then I tell myself, stop it. Breathe through it, feel it, and let it go. And I actually had a lot of flashbacks to childbirth as I was kind of giving myself that talk, that pep talk. And so it did work. It got better. And I started to have these kind of clarity of, I think I'm okay with this because I'm choosing to do it. Like I know if at any point in time I can get up, I can scratch it, I can get out of the tub. I know with this fast at any point in time, I can, snack on something, I can eat and be done. It's when we don't have the choice, when we feel like we can't breathe and we feel suffocated. And I think that's what's happened a lot with the situation we're all in right now. It's not a choice. Like we're collectively feeling that suffocation and when is this going to end? And that's tough. That's really hard because now we have to, that's out of our control. So it's a matter of what can we control? And it is really our mind frame. It's responding to it how we want to. I actually ended up, while I was in this meditation, drawing this other parallel with the fact that, so tomorrow happens to be my 1 year, I don't want to say anniversary, but 1 year trip around the sun of when I was served my divorce papers. And that was a really interesting day for me because that was happening not by choice. At the time, I was just really still praying that things would work out for us and hoping that we would make it through. And when I was served those papers, I realized I no longer had a choice in the matter. It was decided for me. And that was hard. Like that was really, I felt like disappointed, sad. Um, I I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. But then I actually started to feel this sense of I have a choice still. This choice was made for me, but I have a choice of how I'm going to live the rest of my life. This is what's real now. This is the new reality, just like we're in a new reality. And it's like, well, how am I going to respond to this? And what's true for me? And it was when I really started to look inward and feel inside of who I am and what my core values are. I started to just have a much clearer path of where I was going and what I needed and what I wanted and what felt right. And every time I keep leaning into that truth and checking in with myself and feeling that desire deep, deep, deep within, the answers are there. And it's really liberating and it's really calming and brings me peace. And so I'm actually applying that same practice with what's going on right now. It's like we don't have a choice in this matter. We can either just hate it and be angry and suffer, or we can say, okay, well, I don't know when it's going to end. This could be, let's just assume it's going to be like this forever. And if that's the case, how are we going to still make joy and gratitude from it? And there is always that choice. So it's finding that and holding on to it and remembering what matters to us, like what our core values are and how can we live still those every day in whatever situation we're put into. I know there's other people in the world suffering from much, much worse than this. I know our ancestors suffered much, much worse than this. This is nothing, relatively speaking. But we still feel the discomfort, and there's no denying that. And so how can we make a choice that is going to still allow us to be our best selves? So that is what's on my mind, what I've been thinking about today as I move through this fast, one moment at a time. So yeah, I continue to send you love and blessings and wishing you the best. If you're doing anything kind of crazy during this time to embrace the discomfort or find new ways or shedding new selves for finding new truths for yourself, I'd love to hear about it. I find this stuff so fascinating and interesting, and I love connecting with people in that kind of way, because whatever you're doing, whatever practice it is, if it's feeling like it's serving a purpose for you and getting you to your deeper truth, then all the power to you. Please keep doing it. All right, that's all I've got. Thanks.